The 5-hour rule was created by Michael Simmons, the founder of Impact. It states that people should spend at least 1 hour a day or 5 hours a workweek on learning or practice. Simmons traces this phenomenon back to Ben Franklin, who was constantly setting aside time to learn. Franklin generally started the day by reading and writing, then organized a group for artists and tradesmen to share his knowledge and improve their skills. At night, he would ask questions to help him keep track of his progress. If someone asked you, "What do you want to learn next?" you'll come up with tons of solutions because all of us have a fundamental desire for new knowledge and skills. For many of us, learning new skills is just a goal and doesn't become a reality due to many reasons. If you take a look at the world's most successful entrepreneurs, they all made it happen by constantly learning and growing. They thought about what they wanted to learn, how they want to learn it, and how to schedule it. Then applied them to create positive results. Now I'd like to share some of the steps you can take to learn new things constantly too. First, make a short list of concepts and skills you want to learn more about and classify them by priority. Katerina Fake, the co-founder of Flickr, said working on the right thing is probably more important than working hard. Knowing what to learn first is the most crucial step in creating a great learning environment. This will help you develop the skills and concepts that will help you excel in the future. Some concepts could be related to mental health or fitness. Aside from these, some skills could be learning to communicate, investing, and why not adding a new language. The second step is to prioritize them properly. After typing down a list, what you want to do is to rank and prioritize them based on their key criteria importance to yourself. Some of these include, how hard it is to learn, how valuable it is to me, and how interesting are they. You can even do this on a spreadsheet, and put a score over 5 for each criterion, for each concept or skill. Ideally, you should be able to strike out concepts or skills in your list that aren't that important to your career, that you aren't as passionate about, or that are too difficult to learn in the time frame. You'll want to keep a list of the things that you're learning, limited to 1 to 3 items at a time. Also, make it more specific, so you'll be more focused when you go about learning them. 2. Figure out how you learn best. Learning style is a vital step to determine how you will learn the most and the fastest. There are many different ways to categorize learning types, but a popular one is the VARK model, theorized by Neil Fleming. He says that there are 4 main learning styles, which are visual, auditory, read and write, and kinesthetic. Visual learners prefer images and graphics over audio. If you're the type who loves watching videos to learn, then you're a visual learner. As for auditory learners, they prefer hearing someone speak. If it is the case, finding a teacher or a podcast is the best way to go. Otherwise, read and write learners prefer to learn through reading. If you love books, then this is for you. Lastly, kinesthetic learners prefer experiencing and practicing something to learn about it. Of course, in reality, most of you will fall into more than one category. And you're likely to use more than one category to learn a topic. For me, I used to be a very kinesthetic learner, meaning I needed to practice so I can discover new concepts or skills. However, I've since learned to use online courses and books, as well as articles. So give me your thought in the comments section about how you think you'll learn the best. For most people, videos are the best way to learn, but there are also plenty of other ways. 3. Find out the best resources for your learning style. Niels Bohr said, "An expert is a man who has made all the mistakes which can be made in a narrow field." Once you've figured out what to learn and how you learn, it's time to look for resources. You can usually find good resources by searching Google. However, there are also other places where you can get good content. A better strategy is to find someone who has experience talking or writing about a specific topic or skill. Then, ask that person to recommend some paid or free resources he used and loved. It's also important to find a resource that has multiple reviewers. Doing so helps you avoid wasting time and finding something that doesn't work for you. Alright, that's enough for you today. Subscribe so you don't miss part 2 next week.